We are back to our regular schedule, so we've got our Monday footage to go over. Wrapping up back mount week this week, so let's see what you all did to make each other miserable from the back. Starting off hot and ready with Danny and Jordan. There's a wild Steven making an appearance. I was too flabbergasted seeing Steven. What happened? So Danny doing his recent takedown he really likes with that snap down front headlock. Jordan with the great reversal. Oh, Jordan just about getting caught in a reverse triangle. Very good awareness from his part, or on his part.
Huge honor for me.
James resubbing, thank you. Also jumping in to get a little flow session in with me before realizing that they just reset the round and then we try to kill each other. Jordan in a almost to a back mount here. He's losing it. Let's see what I got there. So Jordan sits to an ankle or a leg lock. Danny turns to get out. Jordan, I really like I like going from leg locks to the back when you can. Looks like Danny won the scramble out of here. But as you let this go, like, yeah, I mean, this is good. You get the waist. Yeah, kind of starting to crab ride in. You know, like, Danny's doing really well to prevent this back take. So I'm not going to take anything away from you here. One thing you may want to try, you know, keep in mind that whole principle of diagonal control. You've got that, you've got the right hip really well under control here, but you seem to be reliant on this right side underhook. That's not going to do much, and that's what allows Danny to turn here. So while it's not bad to have this right side underhook, what you really want to prioritize is a left side underhook. Like, kind of, even if it's just like a claw grip, you know, right shallow to the armpit or something. That's going to prevent that, right? That turn that Danny does, where this is really kind of the beginning of the end for you on this move. Yeah, it looks like you're a little late on the lat grab, and now Danny can take top position. Oh, dude. All right. I still need to make Caleb's bloody face, Luke's bloody face, and a banana split. I'm writing it down right now. Not that that means anything, but it's much more likely that I'll get it done this weekend if I have it staring me in the face. Rafifo, you sound like a bot to me, so I'm going to ignore that unless you make it known that you're a human being. No, confused. It's going to be tough, dude. You guys are wearing the same rash guard. It's really tough to do. Meanwhile, Cooper and Andre getting after it. Me passing James's guard, or trying to. Andre looking for the takedown, but Coop's got that underhook. Coop looking to step behind. I like the thinking. Nice single leg from Andre. Switching to the double, and Cooper sets up a guillotine. Just about good. Standing guard break. So much going on. Cole, tell me when I miss something, because I know you will if you're doing it. But if you see anybody else, I see Devin getting the better of that takedown. Ish, kind of sloppy. James and I rocking the Twitch kit. James going out the back. Ben and Steven over there too. Okay. So much movement. James, I got to tell you, training with you now, I'm pretty much just focused. Like in a position like this. Wow, this isn't a good example because I just stick to the Kimura. I'm really focused on just standing back up. I think I look to do it here pretty soon. Like you start to get pretty tight control, and I go like, all right, I'm just getting up. If I didn't do it with you in this round, I did it with somebody else. It's a terrible leg entrance for me. Anything special tonight? Well, why don't you look for when other people do anything special? Here we got James passing my guard off this leg lock entry. So good control over the leg, James. I'm moving to this X guard position, which is this is like a rear X guard because your foot is in front of me. So a little bit more awkward to work with. You turn out, slip the heel. Very nice. Smash my legs. Keep turning. That was just good, like, bodily awareness. You tell him, Ronnie. Andre looking for the rear naked on Cooper here. Danny in a 3/4 mount with a chair sit back take to a high rear triangle position. Got Daryl joining the mix with Joe. Where's me stream? Subscribe, Jordan, and you won't have to watch any. Use your Twitch Prime. Or, just subscribe. And you can watch yourself getting armbarred by Danny. This is nice. So Danny from the rear triangle. Good roll through. On this turn, like this is when guys are rolling through this position, as soon as their back hits the mat, you got to be really ready, like Danny is here, to get this leg over the face and hit the cross face. I like control the leg, really nice. That prevents Jordan from rolling up and starting to stack out of this. He's got the arm extended enough that he doesn't need to use a 2-on-1 grip to finish. It makes me watch 2 ads before I can get into Risa. Oh. Very gray. Cole, belly down. Rear naked. This is a really textbook example of the utility of the Americana threat. So looking at Cole here. Gets Devin's arm pinned to the mat. So the threat of an Americana is there. Devin addresses that threat by turning towards it. Where Devin messes up is he gets this elbow across Cole's center line. Another way to think about it, if your elbow goes across their belly button, you're exposing your back. If it stays on the correct side of the belly button, they can't take your back very easily. So now, with that back exposure, Cole starts setting up more control. Flares that elbow out, gets him belly down. Can lay on a little bit of torture. Oh. Cooper already bringing the heat to Cole. Danny tired himself out real good. Had to run off the mat and pretend to clean up some blood. It's probably his own. Cooper getting thrashed by Andre. Though I can't say much. Andre usually thrashes me too. What did Baker do to Daryl? Why is Daryl hurting over there? Looks like they bumped his knee on the wood. Cole, your leg configuration is a little weird here. I'd be looking for a body triangle if you can. It's good. Going back up. Flatten it back out. Nice. Dylan and Jordan getting after it. Danny ran off because he was leaking motor oil. He is a machine. He's a leaky machine. Little foot sweep on Dylan. James, I hope you realize how much I was addressing your recent mount escaping shenanigans when I was there. The only thing I was doing was because I know you're timing it for when I come up from this position. Before I would come up, I would just grab one or both of your wrists and make sure that I was like pushing them into your chest as I was coming up, so you couldn't sit up or extend your arm. So I'm making a wrist connection and then getting up, kind of reassessing the situation. That's all it was. not to shut down your magic and publicly tell everybody how to do it, but I think we saw this. Oh, did Devin? All right, this is really good from Devin, recognizing his ability to turn his hips, get out of that back attack, and take a top position there. Immediately starts attacking an Americana. It was the most public. This is broadcast worldwide, so everyone in the world is going to see this. Steven, what's up, buddy? James, did you do it to Steven too? What's up, Baker? What did Andre do? Cole gets double overhooks. Just about gets position here. Gets a little too loaded up, and Andre takes him over. Okay. There's Caleb talking smack, calling somebody out. Anybody? Steven answers the call. Yeah, we were in renewal talks and we couldn't come to terms. So he took his ball and went home. But he'll be back Sunday probably. What shenanigans was that? Steven pulls, as is tradition. Goes to this De La Riva. Ankle control from Caleb, but not enough. Oh, Steven's hungry for some head cheese there. Getting that guillotine. That was nice. So, De La Riva into a leg entrance. Almost inverting his way around to a backside 50-50-ish. Yeah, backside 50-50. Then using that chin whip. Or chin strap, rather. Steven Cole is the same weight class. Yeah, Mike's gonna replace John Anik at the UFC. Orbital cheese. It is great to have Steven back. I was happy to see him there. And back in the chat, too. I don't know which I've missed more. So Steven steady holding top position. Cole makes his way back to a butterfly guard with a pinch headlock here. Looking to get past the legs, but Andre's legs always seem to find their way back in if they've gotten out. And then Luke going with Eric. This was Eric's first class with us. I don't know if this was his first class ever. Mike's a little too tame for Bruce Buffer, I feel like. Bruce has got that like booming sort of voice. Mike's more, he's like Mike is like brooding, you know? Almost more John Danaher, I'd say. And you're not going to see him announcing. almost put Danny to sleep with that one arm neck grip. Is this later? That'd be super easy to... I don't even know what to say to that, Cole. Z-Lock? Where'd the Z-Lock go? James, are you just making stuff up? Steven and Danny haven't gone yet, so that's got to be later. And then... Didn't Austin almost Z-Lock me? I don't know, man. Oh, you and Andrew. Where are you at? Where are you at? Where the hell are you? Oh, I see you. Okay. Ooh, that looks deep. So looking over here. So you're in cross Ashi now. Looks like your leg configuration's good, nice and tight. You lean back. Send the leg across. Now we're in Z-Lock territory. Or inside Ashi. Ooh. Quick tap from Andrew. That was really, really smart on his part. Because that was about as picture perfect of an outside heel hook from a Z-Lock position as you can get. Very scary. Nice, James. I saw Andrew earlier out in the wild, and he wasn't limping, so it's a good tap. Yeah, yeah. I've never eaten there. I don't even know what they sell. Luke? What did Luke do with Eric? Did he pull? Okay, yeah. Eric goes onto the back. Did I skip way too far ahead? Yes, I did. Luke gets to a guillotine, it looks like. There we go. Okay. I feel like maybe Eric's trained before. He at least has kind of a stance that says he's at least somewhat familiar. Yeah, quick go behind. He's got some experience. 2 years, gi only. How did I knew you would know. All the way hot dogs. It's an easy switch, right? Did he train around here, do you know? Was he visiting from another, or converting from another school to the dark side of Mooresville BJJ? Steven again on this guillotine. Right at the end. Caleb is fortunate. How'd you get here? You got a butterfly. Okay, so you set up the threat from half guard. I like that. Always a fan. Caleb gives a thumbs down. Okay, it's thumbs down. Never mind. Oh, rad. Cool. I hope you like the class. Hope you get some more training sessions. He's going with Cole. All right. I believe. Damn, I feel like a jerk. I'm spacing on my guy's name here. I think it's Danny. Another Danny. Mad strong, very explosive. Gonna be a beast as he gets these fundamentals figured out. Working to that back take. I think we've done that a little bit at class over the last 2 weeks. Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I thought. We just have so many Dannys and Daniels now. I wasn't sure if I was making that up or not. Austin also back on the mats. Love it. Very happy about that. And he looks pretty stoked to remind everybody that he's got some long limbs. Here he is, Darson Cooper. He almost triangled me either this session or last night. I can't remember. How did I get Danny on the ground? I think just a foot sweep, maybe? Oh, single. Okay, nothing fancy. I'm not going to argue with that. Nah, he doesn't have elf shoes, dude. He's got taste and footwear, all right? They're drivers, and I'm pretty sure they're suede. And I don't think you could handle that. I don't think you're old enough to have that much swagger. You'll get there. He definitely has the cleanest footwear. Matt side. I don't think anybody wears shoes that nice at jiu-jitsu. Steven making good use of the collar tie, giving Dylan a lesson in that upper body connection and why we don't want it. You don't think I'm tall enough to wear elf shoes? I think you need to sort out your insults before you start contradicting yourself there, bud. It's a good try, though. Good try. I'm proud of you. Austin onto the triangle now. I don't know, Cole. But Cooper not phased. This is nice. This is nice. Keep your arm safe, though. You had the right idea getting your legs into the armpits, which I think probably works fine for you since your legs are long. Also remember, crossing your legs over top of the chest when doing that sit-back triangle escape is a very good option. You're really fighting through this, bro. Austin also taking it through just about every angle a front triangle can be done in. And he finally gets it. That was good defense, Coop. Better than your insult game. Let's see. Eric making his way to mount here on Cole. Got it. Third time's the charm. Now, Eric has that arm in some trouble, but more importantly, he had both elbows over the head. I don't even know if Eric knows we do this stream, so I doubt he'll see this. But for anybody who finds themselves in this position, remember when you're attacking this Americana and it goes over the head, that's a defended Americana. You're not going to finish that. But what you need to do is slide your knee up the body and take advantage of the space that you've been given. Even more so if you have this underhook on this side as well, right? This is not going to be an Americana he's going to finish. But it could be the makings of a smother, or it could be the makings of an S mount, or just a regular old high mount that you may like to play around with. Yeah, as soon as I said that, I was like, you only said two things. But I wasn't going to correct myself. I don't backtrack. Stick to my guns. Let's watch Cooper get choked out again. But Cole gets his way out of it with a well-timed bridge as Eric's head gets closer to the mat. Eric looks to wrestle up. Doesn't quite get there. Simple foot sweep on Danny. Make my way behind him. And I'm trying to broomstick him here. Sticking my leg in, like weaving through. Didn't really work out for me though. Terrible Haragoshi thought. I don't even want to call it an attempt. And now here I'm kind of setting up to fall into this guillotine. I don't even think I'd do that. Notice, though, got a standing arm-in guillotine. I put my leg to the outside because he's trying to collect it with his hand. And if we do end up going down, like if he drives through me, this is set up to be kind of a lat bar going across my shin going across his hips, and then it makes it easy for me to swing this leg over. Like there's really not going to be anything impeding that leg, and I could go onto a good crunch on the guillotine side. But instead, I just kind of chin whip him over, land him out. Austin was attacking a leg there. Still kind of is. He's in a position to work an outside heel hook. Poor Dylan. Getting absolutely smashed under Steven. Steven 2.0. What do we got? Andre right here at the end. I didn't get to see much of that round. Looks like whipping around on, I believe, Chris, I want to say. Yep. Joe and Steven. Steven, I think everybody was pretty happy to see you. I didn't get to roll with you, Baker. Andre's knee. Did he get hurt this round with Luke? Because he was fine that round. Please tell me Andre's knee is not terribly hurt. Poor guy can't catch a break with it. Oh, God. Great pass on Luke. Damn, he just kind of like blitzed by him. Let's see the... So leg up the middle. Gets denied the underhook. So this is going to be a really loose pass. Like I'll give him credit here for the quick movement, but you definitely want to establish a connection on a knee cut pass, ideally with the underhook. Without that, like we just see Luke turtle up. So denied passing points. Luke's probably going to kind of Granby rolls through. Up on the single. Not too concerned about that. So, yeah, good movement from Andre. Just needed a little bit more setup. I think he could have come out on top there. Joe looking for the standing guard break, but second guesses it. Goes back. Backtracking like Cooper right now. Insulting, then goes back, and then tries to insult again. Oh. Steven ready for it. Looking for the calf slice. Doesn't get it. That was good. Almost good timing on Steven's part. It looked dangerous. Is he fine or is he done? Which is it? You were dodging me? It seemed pretty dangerous. Don't fear the calf slicer on that standing guard break. Get up, get out of it. You know how people are going to invert. You do it too. Like you do it about as good as anybody else does in the school. This looks a little dangerous too, but it's an arm in, and you're pretty much cross-side. Good reversal from Steven. Uh-oh. All right, let's see what happened with Andre's knee here. It's his left knee. So the bottom side knee in this half guard position. I mean, I don't really see anything unless it happened before that. It didn't look like it got twisted up. Cole, do you know what happened? Or has anybody talked to him? I'm curious because he's crossing his leg there in a strange. Well, okay, he's trying to hook Luke's leg. Maybe it was the resistance on that. Push it. You try to keep it planted on the floor. I mean, it just doesn't look like it's anything outside of the range of motion of the knee, which is weird. Yeah, it's just happening when Luke passed. Damn. That sucks, man. I hope he's okay. What's up, Dylan? Just in time. You're over here tooling up Ben right now. Got him in a front headlock as Ben turtles up. Joe working the guard against Steven. And Jordan working a Kimura from a butterfly guard. Very nice awareness of the vulnerability there. Which, you know, Chris will have to get used to and address. He does well. He's got like a bicep tie there for a second, but once that hand hits the floor, you guys should all know, all the upper belts certainly should know the vulnerability of a hand on the mat. That's Kimura City for sure. I think it was a fork accident. Oh, you're still going with Eric. I'm sure Luke feels bad. So, no, Andre's not in the chat. What's up, Andrew? Steven pinning the ankles. Thinking about how he's going to try to pass Joe's guard here. Uh-oh, Dylan. Where'd it go wrong? Looks like... Okay. Ben just got your leg. Starts to bowl through you. Now he's setting on that intense top pressure that he's really good at. And makes his way to mount. What's up, Ben? Steven looking for a loose toe hold. Gets a reaction out of Joe. I wouldn't really expect that to get a finish, but definitely a reaction. Jordan gets the rear naked over there. Yeah, that sucks. Ben's shoulder pressure here is pretty miserable. I'm going to say Baker, Ben, Luke, but that kind of goes without saying. They all have ridiculous shoulder pressure. Man, a lot of times, I mean, with those two, it has been the beginning of the end for me in our matches before when I'm going with Baker especially. It's kind of I wish I could give you like a good like do this and this and this. It's very situational, especially when it comes to like, are they already in mount? Are they in side control? Are they trying to transition from one to the other? How you can address it. I'll try to think up a good, go-to thing for you to easily try to implement. Oh yeah? Is he cooler than you? He better not be another Cooper. I can only stand one Cooper. Chris with a good double to start things off. Let's see this again. Shoot. Nice dump. Now, can he do something with it? Joe gets the underhook. Looking to get the turn, almost like he's trying to pin him. That was great, Joe. That's cool. I'm glad you're convincing your friends to come try it out, Coop. Dylan out of the frying pan into the fire from one big guy to another big guy. I appreciate your tenacity because that's how I've had to train forever. Going from one giant dude to the next and just getting my ass beat. Wait a minute, Joe, you were just on top. Okay, just a little oopa. He has a Cole build. Describe a Cole build. Everybody in chat, describe what a Cole build is. I feel like it's like muscle but covered up with fat. But not, not a lot of fat, just a little layer. A little layer for the winter. 220-pound Twix bar. Andrew wins. 220-pound Twix bar warmed up in a pocket, ready to be eaten. I'm missing everything, Andrew. You're killing my attention span. Coop back at it with Austin. Joe, looks like you're on Darce or no, an Anaconda. Let's see this. This is different. So, okay, there we go. Now, typically, you're gonna roll the Anaconda towards this side since the arm can't really base out. It's kind of trapped. It looks like Chris may be forcing you a bit to this side. So I don't think there's anything necessarily wrong with that. You're finishing it like a Darce with that leg entanglement. But yeah, it looks like it was tight, man. They don't always end up in the angle in that textbook, perfect position you want them in. So it was good adaptation. Luke taking Ben's back, but Ben addressing that very quickly and very well. This is super good because when Luke goes to get this exposed, he's got, a little bit of time to get his ankles in, but notice how it's a little blurry, but notice how Ben's knee and elbow are very close together, especially on the bottom side that we could see. And Luke has a control arm. Actually, Luke doesn't have any control. He doesn't have an underhook. So Ben is still permitted to roll, and he takes full advantage of that. Little bit of a strangle threat here, but that's not enough to finish anything. So Ben just has to get out of this and does so very nicely. Good awareness. Stays close on it. Luke was doing a lot of work from Turtle this day, though. So you may think you're safe there, but you got to be careful. Damn, you and Chris are having a good roll, Joe. Very active. Just tried to heel hook. Where was the heel hook? Where are you at, Andrew? Oh, it's you and me, Andrew. Okay. I thought it was you and Cole. Get here for the heel hook. Good exposure. This is what we were talking about with Mike the other day. I felt you trying to recollect my knee too. Maybe it wasn't that one. Maybe it was a different attempt. Oh, okay. It was right before. It was almost an open mat. What does that mean? What were the old days like? So there. Yeah, I remember this, Andrew. That was good. That was another, like, you have my heel. It's kind of in the crook of your elbow, which is an easy place to slip. And yeah, my knee's like halfway out right now. I'm not safe. I don't think. I think it's like resting on top of your bottom leg there. But that on that turn, because I could feel that like my heel was about to slip, my free leg foot placement was really crucial to getting out of this. So with that, I could push on your elbow, slip my heel out, and then now I can, start to mount the defense start to mount an offense or in this case, go back on defense because you about recollected again. Tennis center. I mean, home is where the heart is, dude. Monday nights are Monday nights to me. When a lot of people trained, I mean, dude, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There would be 8 if Steven and Eric were training right now. I mean, I feel like that's historically a good turnout. Austin was telling me the whole time to say that I like his shoes. We always miss you when you're not there, Ronnie. Speaking of missing, what did Chris and Joe do? Yeah, Chris looks like he's pretty ready to tap early when it comes to leg stuff. So, if you watch this, Chris, that could definitely be something you start to shore up in your game. I don't know how much exposure he's had to leg locks from his previous training. Caleb looking to get a sweep on Jordan here, but Jordan pressing forward in this butterfly. All right, dude, you do not have to yell at me. You could have just said, like, we had as many people at this one as we did at the other, instead of saying it goes harder. Whatever that even means. Caleb, what was that? So to a trap triangle here, but then attacking a wrist lock. Got it. I'm not mad about this. This is fun. So the reason this is working, the reason any wrist lock ever works is because you have control of the elbow. If you don't have control of the elbow, your wrist lock is pretty easy to get out of, right? I'm not going to say it doesn't work, but it won't work on guys who are just aware enough to shake their arm around and free themselves. But here with this trap triangle in, Jordan's elbow gets caught in Caleb's hip, and Caleb can stare Jordan in the face, say probably terrible things to him as he does this. Very nice. Proud of you. I think we sweep back and forth here. Sorry, Chad is active tonight. You guys are killing me. Oh, this was where I got that sick hip bump on you. So big sweep from you there. This was actually I'm glad you called this out, Andrew. Because this hip bump was really interesting to me. So chat forbid, but need to address that Cooper should bring all of his friends. Should bring all of his friends on Saturday. I mean, if you want a bunch of 12-year-olds running around, I guess. It works because you've sold your soul. Caleb got an arm triangle from the bottom on me at the end of oh, that sucks, Ben. I'm sorry to hear that. That's a tough spot. I've been caught there before. I hate it. One of my friends is like 1.5 inches shorter than me, but like 210. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter how tall or how big. Never matters. Doesn't matter at all. Yeah, if no friends come on Saturday, Cooper, we're just going to assume you have 0 friends. Anyway, back to this. So with this hip bump, so hip bumps to me are the Americanas of sweeps. And what I mean by that is like you learn it early on, and then for whatever reason it just stops working. Because like the easiest way to shut down a hip bump is to counteract the motion, right? You're going to be back on your haunches. They open their legs, they sit up. There's all this setup to it, and you just kind of have to bump them back down to the mat. It's fairly easy to do. When I was doing this, I'm like, my legs are already open. I already have my arm over, and I'm not doing it in the traditional sense where like I'm just collecting Andrew's left arm. I have like almost a pseudo guillotine threat here. I'm like, how can I get him to want to go over? He already thinks I'm going to do this. So what I do here instead is I hang my weight on Andrew and essentially try to pull him down to the mat. What does that do? It baits a reaction of resisting that and trying to sit upright. Then I switch and I get the hip bump sweep. That was purely made up on the moment. I would if you guys remember to do that yourselves or give it a try. I'd love to hear what sort of success you have with it. It makes me want to revisit hip bumps because I never do them. But if I can try to pull you back down, get you to resist, then I can hit an easy hip bump. And it just reopens the whole move the same way. Learning how to pin effectively, shin pinning an arm opens up the Americana. What's up, Nick? Jesus. Guys are so mean to each other. One more time without pausing through it. So sitting up here, it's like it already looks like I'm going to do it. So I hang, and then I go. And that was very effective. And then Andrew just about rips the sweep back away from me. Caleb's setting up his wrist lock. Luke probably trying to break Ben's knee now. Setting up a false reap, it looks like. Instead goes for the inversion. What Luke's trying to do here is either dig on that far leg or he's going to sit his hips back down and try to get Ben off balance in that direction. Oh, no. Okay. I didn't even see that. He was going for the Kimura. That makes a lot more sense. So right here, he goes for the Kimura grip. Ben's holding onto the leg probably to prevent that Kimura roll through, but Luke steps the leg out. It can go on to get to the back. Ben doing a good job, though, getting the hand up to prevent the back take or the crucifix. That was really good defense, Ben. I mean, you're not in a great spot just because Luke's, trying to break down Turtle now, but you did well to at least defend the back for a little bit. Finds his way there, though. Dude, Ben, you get out of the back like very uniquely, I think. It's good to see you doing it on everybody and not just me. Longest sweep setup ever. What, was it you doing it? Well, it works, man. You're spamming them in the right order. Are you talking about you, Joe? Oh, okay. Well, I mean, yeah, I guess you are on this guillotine for a while. Set up the guillotine. Chris dives forward on the double. Tries to get to side control, but gets caught in half guard. He's not addressing the grip, which I don't mind because what he's trying to address is his leg entanglement to get cross-side. But he would do better to get a V grip on the ankle as opposed to like trying to cradle the leg. Cradling that leg isn't going to do anything. This is good good use of this grip, Joe. Back out the top, looking to finish the guillotine. Butterfly action from Chris. Back over again. Nice. Really wanted that choke. Well, ask Santa, and maybe he'll bring it to you in 21 days. I mean, it looks good. That looks really good, Coop. Just ran out of time. Oh, yeah. Yeah, didn't we establish that Chris has a bad neck? I'm going to put this on him. He needs to tell us that. He really, really needs to tell us that, if that's the case. Because I will forget. He's just come in wearing a neck brace. Cole, you have a neck brace. Bring it in. Let Chris wear it so that we know not to attack his neck. Oh, feels good to be back rolling with Austin again. He sits to guard. I pass that guard. James and Eric. I'm bummed I didn't get a chance to roll with Eric. Tell your partner that until he becomes a real boy, people remember. Yeah. Not trying to victim blame here, but yeah, when you guys have injuries, you got to make sure your partners know. Repeatedly. Coop gets a really good back control. I'll be the judge of that. All right, he gets good back control. Who did? Chris did? I don't care. I get knee. I've eaten so many knees and elbows from like either any of you or crazy white belts. That's par for the course. You didn't tell me to watch you, buddy. So you're in a good spot here on Luke. Luke's basically sitting to triangle, or I'm sitting to turtle. Oh, outside of class? That sucks. I mean, it looks like you're trying to work towards what you've been working on, like flattening out Luke, but that bottom leg of his isn't gonna let you do that. Caleb trying to get that leg out from underneath Joe. Good head position from Joe. Between the crossface and the head position, Joe, I'm just going to throw this in there as an option. When you have your head here, you don't need the crossface. You're kind of doubled up on obstacles for Caleb to like dig on a leg. So like you can use your head and then put this hand or arm to work, maybe pushing the knee, maybe addressing grips. I'm not going to say this is wrong. You're just kind of doing double duty while not advancing the position yet, you know? Now, this is good. Maybe I should just shut up. I mean, when you land here, getting your knee out and across, this is good. It puts good shoulder pressure on. I'll take back what I said. Considering how much this works for you. I guess I'm thinking about it more from my own lens of like loose passing with Caleb. Caleb especially. Disclose or wait till you get tapped and use it as excuse. Dude, I just had surgery.
Get over here!
Big Daddy. Big Daddy E. 008. Thank you for the follow. And welcome. What did I do to Austin? Oh, did I triangle him in our first? Oh, I did. So triangle for mount. I'm pretty sure it was a triangle. I don't think I armbarred him here. Yep. Beating in the face of BJJ is always the victim's fault. Just put your face there. Yeah. Yeah, why was your face on their knee to begin with? Only sub anyone should go for an Austin Cooper. What are you talking about? A triangle? That's the only sub you should go for with them? I got you. It does feel good to triangle or darce them. Let's see. You've done well. You got to mount on Caleb here. Luke taking it to Cole now. Looks like Luke sneaks out the back. Takes top position. Bit of a push kick from Eric there to get James moving. He turtles up. Good collection of the arm, Joe. So you trying to think Katagatame, getting your head to the outside. It's a tough one on Caleb. At least for me. Definitely tough for me. We're both basically only trying to triangle Darcy each other. Hey, I mean, do it. It's your strong suit. Maybe vote. Should I have pulled his face off? Oh, James. I'm gonna say one for yes, 2 for no. I think this is very, very kind of you, James. And I think Eric knows he's in a bad spot right now. In fact, I'm kind of you look like you're just waiting for him to kind of tap. There we go. Such a good ambassador. Man's got a flat plane, dude. You need a face and a neck and a spine for that. Oh, Luke taking Cole to task here. Cole just about gets... he doesn't really have anything there, Cole. That was leg up on the shoulder. Luke's going to address that before he can do anything with it. I'm not saying this to be a jerk. If it was decent, you wouldn't be mounted right now. So I'm talking very, very specifically about this, right? Before that, like you were definitely giving him some trouble through here. Knee push from Luke kind of sets it up, but you get to a half guard. It's when you throw that leg over. That was where your mistake was. I'll agree with you. He didn't easily pass. Looking at the let's see. Let's go back. We'll give you your credit. So he's mounted here. You're denying him the back. All right, he dismounts at 205. And through here, you're getting him off balance really well. Seeing some good hand fighting. You make it less than a minute. And I'm not saying that because time matters here. It's just once you brought that leg up to maybe throw up a triangle threat, or I don't, a triangle threat's really the only thing I could think about there. Luke's immediately going to take advantage of that. So you got to be careful. Even throwing up the triangle, like he's very good about addressing that, shucking you by, tucking his chin, and like just slipping his head out. So I'll give you the satisfaction there. You had a good guard for a minute. Eric now going on a revenge tour. On James's back. But doesn't have the hooks in. Now he has one hook in. Now the hook's out. Not sure what happened there. Yeah. You are holding on for dear life here. The good news is you have that one leg in, and Caleb's kind of working against himself here. So he's got this connection and a hip push. He can't really push you off with this hip connection. So with the leg connection. So he's got to kind of give up one or the other. This is going to relieve shoulder pressure. This is going to help him escape. So he kind of has to pick which one he wants to deal with. And while he decides, you get to ride this out. If I give up the arm, he easily gets... Yeah. Yeah, that too. That too. I mean, you get to hold on to your connection. Austin on the leg attack here towards the end. James calling for a Z-lock like a savage. Gets right up in our ears and is just like, yeah. Break it. Pass it over. So this is what James did to Andrew earlier. So with this inside Ashi, foot on the outside, exposing the outside leg. Again, heel in the crook of the elbow. Not the best place for it to be. I'm not terribly concerned about it. I could just kind of keep turning. Even with the clock, I think I was eventually going to get out of that. But the Z-lock is a terrible place to be. I know you were. I was there. And he did. Just didn't finish it. Foot sweep. Dude, it feels good to say it, man. I agree. Cole, are you mad at me? I feel like you're mad at me. You said GD. And I don't know if that meant GD or something else. Oh, James, don't let me miss it. Don't let me miss it. Cole, I agreed with you. I said you had good guard up until the high leg. So don't be mad at me. Oh, it already had what? All right. Well, we're gonna Coach Cole for yelling grab the ankles. All right, so we're gonna clip this just because it popped up the option. Let's see if we can. I've never clipped on the stream before, so let's see. James looking good here. There it is. That's so nice. All right, I'll worry about the clip later. I don't know what the hell I'm doing with that. Let's look at this banana split. So everybody, just so you know, if it isn't clear, James hit a banana split on Luke, and I think that needs to be celebrated. I think we all need to make Luke feel really embarrassed about this. This is very good. You're inspiring the next generation like Cooper. You've already taught this move to. Shut up, Cooper. So bottom side lockdown, right? This is good. Outside leg comes over. Triangles the leg. Let's see. I'm looking to see this leg hook back behind the leg. Eric saying bye. See, that distracted Luke. All right, there it is. So we get the hook behind the leg. This allows James to pull his knees up this way, and it it gets Luke and James in like a cross position, right? This is a cross body ride, right? When you're there, you can grab that leg like James does here with the quickness. This option, it looks like you're gonna hug the leg at the knee, and then when you do this, you give this a great big hug, and you send your own heels down to the mat. What it's doing is not just attacking like the muscles. You're not putting your partner in a split, right? They're not tapping because their muscles are getting stretched. They're tapping because their hips are getting opened. The hip joint is being attacked here. James is doing it on a first-degree black belt. The co-owner of the school. Embarrassing, dude. How stoked were you after that? You pretend like you look worried about him, and you're like, oh yeah, no, good job, man. And inside you're probably like, I just hit a banana split on Luke. I'm the greatest ever. It gives me hope that I could do this. Yes, exactly, Jordan. That was really nice. Really, really nice, man. I hope Luke watches this and hates how much time we spent on it. Meanwhile, with Coach Cole calling to the ankles, as Dylan said. Yeah, Dylan, this is a basic, this is called a double ankle sweep. Some people call it a dummy sweep. The dummy sweep people throw that phrase around a lot for a lot of different sweeps. Double ankle is an easy one to remember. I heard Cole yelling this to you. I wanted you to get this. I want you to be familiar with this. I didn't do a counter, which I could show you. I'll show you in person how I would counter this, because it's something that you should know too. It's a really, really good counter that you should start working in. But yeah, we'll build on that. I want you to know that sweep, but there's some other stuff around that move I want you to be familiar with. She's like, what's a banana split? I don't even care. Go shower. You stink. Yeah, I want to know what the asterisks were for. Big double on Cole, but Cole doesn't care. He eats it like his second dinner. Now Chris looking for a way out of this. See if Cole can get him turned. Possibly. Nope. Good movement. Good hip movement from Chris. Let's put a dot in between words that blocks it out. Oh. Yeah, like, dude, where's my car? Onto the back attack on Dylan. Dylan, let's see if I can give you a rundown of what I do here. Kind of get away from the camera angle. Okay, this is good enough. So, Dylan, there's an order. You're gonna learn this. You're gonna forget it. You're gonna learn it again. But with my top leg here, I'm looking to trap your top arm. So that's gonna be the first thing I look to do. How I do it, I'll show you in person. I've just gone over it a million times in the chat, and we can't really see it here. But there, I trap your arm. Now I'm going to trap your bottom arm with my bottom arm. I'm looking to control it. There, I do it with a wrist grip or a top hand grip, like right over your knuckles. And then I can start digging on your neck. So with both of your arms out of the picture, I have one free arm to be my strangle arm. I'll continue to fight that grip as I need to. And then once I want to finish, I'll let go of that hand. There I can fight it again if I need to and go on the strangle. Here I'm kind of mean. I've got my forearm across his throat. I'd rather have the point of my elbow at the point of your chin. But just kind of settle in. Let you tap when you're ready. Interesting blue belt battle. What, you and Jordan? Watch you ragdoll me for 3 minutes. Yeah, I want to see this takedown. So, okay, you sit and elevate with the butterfly. Little Sumigashi over under. And then now Joe looking to get to a knee bar possibly. Is there an ankle pick on Dylan? Yeah. So yeah, just being aware of your opponent's footwork helps you set things up. See a big step and just rip it out. Chris trying to get the Katagatame. Cole says, all right, I've had enough. Oh, look at all that weight on Cole's neck. So much weight on his neck. Ooh, Caleb getting fancy. Maybe James inspired Caleb here. So, got the makings of a ninja roll, but Caleb decides to stop halfway through it and hangs out here where he's got a really nice calf slicer set up. So, he could continue to roll through and take the back. Make sure, yeah, he can, yeah, that's what he's got. So, if he slams his legs down, he can take Cooper's back. But he says, you know what? I'm just going to break these little twigs, these little bird bones. Just going to critique his finish here. So he already tried it and you still fell for it, Coop? You're not helping your case here, buddy. Couple things to keep in mind when doing this move. So Caleb grabs the toe line with his left hand, the one furthest away. And then watch his right arm, the one kind of holding that shin. So the way he's got it here, right? Cooper's leg, I hope you guys can think about this. Cooper's leg is between Caleb's arm and Cooper's body. Coop, if you weren't like late stage deep in this, you can swing this leg out and try to grab Caleb's right arm. You could grab his wrist, and there's an armbar here. There's a counter armbar here. If you could keep your calf and your knee safe enough. So, Caleb, I would advise taking this right arm in front of Cooper's leg here, and then setting up your grip. That takes away the chance of a counter armbar. The other thing I would do, let's see. No, okay, that was right at the tap. This is not a necessity, but it can be helpful. Caleb has a figure 4 of his legs here. Totally fine. Nothing wrong with that. If you need a little more power behind this leg can retract, and you could take the sole of this foot and step on your other foot and kind of push it, extend it in that direction. That'll kind of drive into the back of the knee and add a little bit more misery. Wanted a banana split. If he wanted it, he could have gotten it from here. I'll explain it to everybody except you, Cooper. Now, remind me, as always, guys, any of the stuff I'm trying to describe in a clunky manner with my words, bring it up at class. I'll be happy to go over it. Joe. What is this? What is this? The two of you, I could just watch the two of you hit the same exact sweep on each other over and over. And I feel like that's completely feasible. Just 5 minutes of what just happened. Chris looking for the Upa. Cole looking for the straight arm. And Cole taking his time getting there. There we go. That's good. Taking time, making sure he has control. Chris looks to off balance him right towards the end, but he doesn't get it. All right, I'm on a Kimura here with Dylan. So, I think I set this up a while ago, actually. Okay, so from this top half guard, I set up my Kimura. You hadn't realized how many back and forth it was. Did Ronnie get your phone? Is she typing for you right now? Try for the banana split. And I said no, so we went to the calf slicer. Okay, all right, all right. Well, that's what happens when you tell an upper belt no. So setting up the Kimura here, what I'm looking to do is pass, and I need to get my leg free. I wanted him to be aware of what was... Yeah, no, I wasn't saying that like you were taking your sweet time getting it. I felt like it was, I mean, it was good slow control through the move. So I often use the Kimura when I'm trapped in top half guard to make my way to the back. And this is how I do it. I get my leg free. I go to a T Kimura position. Not looking like much of a T. This is the closest we're going to get to it. But that's the position I'm looking for. When Dylan rolls up in this direction, I could sneak my bottom knee underneath him and start setting up my back capture. Or if he doesn't, right, if my opponent doesn't do that because maybe he's wise to it, I can just rotate over top of him and go for a Kimura. So I start to set that up here. He kind of denies it, gets more to a north-south, so I go to closer to like a dorsal Kimura position. Here in a second, I believe. Yeah, right there, I start to whip him up. And then now, I decide to sit to this one. I haven't done this Kimura variation in a while, and I don't know why, because it's one of my favorites. But I've heard it called like a cross Kimura. That's from like some old Danaher instructional. But you sit to your butt, and you'll get your legs over your opponent's back. This is what I'm really trying to describe right there. So that wasn't the best example of it, but this is the position you want to get to. The reason the cross Kimura is effective is because you're now utilizing the extension of your legs to get the arm out from in front of them and behind their back, right? You're trying to get their knuckles behind their back. The legs allow you to do that much more easily than this, arm versus arm battle that you're setting up. Gummies hit hard. Yeah, Andrew, this is like, I'm gonna say my second favorite Kimura. My very favorite is the legs Kimura that you hit from that really cool forward roll if they're in a turtle position. But the cross Kimura is just a great example of like utilizing, like making an asymmetric problem for your opponent, right? You're using your legs to extract their arm. That is a losing battle for them. Remind me at class, man. We'll go over that. I'll show you that one. I absolutely love that move. I didn't see Luke get banana split earlier, but I was just about in a position to start doing it myself. If I had bumped him forward with his knee, set up my lockdown, that would have been so sick. If he got banana split twice in class, oh my God. He may have quit. God, I wish I knew that happened, James. Yeah, please remind me, Andrew, because I will forget. Here I'm really not stacking, but like trying to disrupt any sort of a leg entrance that Luke could set up there. Oh, Cole on the back. Joe trying to roll through, but Cole shuts it down. Cole really looking to chase down. Looks like you got... no, okay, you don't have the hook in yet. Good back defense, Joe. It sucks to have to settle for mount, but especially given Cole's recent utility of a belly down back position, I'd rather have him in mount too. Ben and Caleb having a dogfight over there. Austin looks to go into the legs on Andrew. And Luke smothers me. That was funny, Coop. Proud of you, Joe. Now I'm not. I immediately am not proud of you. Cole hits you with the Americana. Did you get your nose smashed there, Joe? Oh, dude, I do my damnedest to prevent it with Cole. I think I've done well so far, but it has gotten very close to where I'm ready to tap the second it happens. I don't play around in that position. I really wanted to set up the legs Kimura here with Luke. I was trying to get the position there, and he just kind of like almost like octopus guard sweeps me. I was so pissed. It was a huge shot in the dark that would happen, but Jordan folded into thirds round before. Oh. Fun. I'm really tired of these 5-minute rounds. I thought we were done with that after Naga. Speaking of, there is a new breed on January 18th. I think we've announced that here. There's also a Naga on January 18th. That's in Greensboro. New breed is going to be in Concord. Obviously, it would be easiest if we all did the same competition. So for those of you interested, let us know. As always, I think if we had our druthers, we would go to Concord just because it's closer. But yeah, keep that in mind for anybody who wants to compete. There's also our old friends at Blue Coast Grappling are setting up an event January 25th. Mike and I are going to be doing commentary again for them. So that should be fun. You guys can come on out and watch that live or tune into a stream. I don't have the streaming info yet, but that will be happening. Steven trying to break my leg with the quickness here. Let's see if Chris can go out the back without too much danger. No, gets caught. If you guys want to do a one-on-one match in competition, let me know and I will reach out to Blue Coast and get you guys or get you set up for it. He was soliciting the school if anybody was interested in a match, so let me know. I would love to commentate live watching you guys train like we did with John and who did the Baker? Did you fight at Blue Coast? Can't remember now, but I know John did. Big turn in Cole's match. What was this? Is this Ben? Yeah, Ben and Cole. You were there. Did you have a match? Killed your leg this round. Who were you with? Jordan? Is your leg okay? Do we have to beat up Caleb for you? Oh, Steven about breaks my shoulder in this match. It was awesome. Okay. Whatever. You had a match. If you want to do another one, we can get it set up. Steven trying to escape a la James from that that mount. Instead, kips me off and just sends me right over. Nice bridge, nice elevation. Rolls up very nicely. That was good. That's fair. Will not push you for that. I gotta look for a single leg here at some point. Yeah, we don't want that. Luke making his way to the back. Ooh. I don't get to take Steven down very often. Felt really great about this. Sweep single entry, stand up with it. I think I wanted to trip him, but I was just close enough to where I could kind of run the pipe, drop him down. I did not want him getting back up. And as proud as I was of this, he rips all the glory away from me with that Kimura. Oh my God. He laid that on quick. And I'm in a lot of trouble here. My hand is on the mat. Now it's behind my back. Still almost behind my back. So good. Steven, I hate you. Look at this at normal speed. Damn, man. Steven does that better than anybody at the school. It's absurd. If he got that leg out, I'd be in so much trouble. Right there. This is where it started to hurt. That too. That also hurt. That was a ridiculous scramble. Very fun. Very dangerous. All right. Got me and Chris, Baker, and Lucas. All right, Ben and Caleb. This is a great Monday. Whipping over Chris after that double leg attempt. What did Ben do there? Did Ben start down and then wrestle up? Okay. Just chopping away at that leg. Making my way to the back, but in more of a triangle, or more of a position to get to a triangle, and not the standard back control. But instead settling for the rear naked. Luke making use of that wall. Joe, can you do something with that? Chris almost had me there. That was a really good attempt. This was all hand fighting that I got out of it. As soon as I can, addressing the connection at the hips, I'm running forward, but I'm really pushing my weight back into him. And then once I get the hands open, maintain connection with at least one of them until I can spin out. Should have dropped on him to snap down. I mean, yeah, it's not, you know. Even if you do that, like if you were in a position, maybe I don't follow what you're saying. Dropped on him. Oh, are you talking on the shot? Must have missed that. See a lot of connections here. Here's the thing, man. Even with snapping Luke down, even with snap, oh, there it is. That was really good. Yeah, you could have like bum rushed him there as he was down. But look at your footwork here. I want you to do this in wide open mat space. So here you use a really good directional snap down. Like too often we just snap a person down right in front of us. Look at your direction here. This is great, man. You get out of the way and you take him out to your side. And you get such a solid reaction out of him. This is really, really good. Apply this a bit more frequently, man. Like this can open up your snap downs considerably. Pulling them down in front of us, you know, you do that to Chris, he's gonna like use it and take a shot on you, right? Kind of like he does to me there. I think he initiated that one, but you direct them out to the side, kind of pummel their head away, and you open up their side, you open up their legs, you can take their back. It's really good. Roll through guillotine because I forgot that he has a bad neck. He didn't tell me. Now I feel bad again. He is. He's really fun to stand with. Great training partner to practice your sprawling reactions on, because he will shoot and he will make contact with your legs, and you got to be able to deny him pulling your leg out from underneath you or adjusting to the angle that he's going to run once he gets it. He had a quick cry, blew his nose, came back, shoots on me and tries to take me down. Yeah, he's a lot of fun. I always love guys with a good wrestling background. So now we're on to a side triangle. This might be the clearest side triangle example we've seen in a while. Because my legs are short, you'll see me make an adjustment here that's pretty crucial. I hold the arm. I grab the elbow. Sometimes you can grab just over top like I am. Other times you reach your hand in the hole here and grab the tricep. That's probably a more secure method, but I was just taking what I could get here. I'm pulling the arm in this direction. I extend my legs to really try to gather as much of that head and arm connection as I can. Then I relock, see if my strangle works. If it didn't, I would have other options. I saw you guys working after class. It's good. Yeah, take stand-up advice from him, man. He's got good moves. Big sprawl from him, denying me the leg. Tries to do a go behind, but doesn't block my arm. Caleb looking for the arm triangle from the bottom. I think this is where he gets pinned. Doesn't even use it for a sweep. Just uses it to submit him. That sucks getting caught in that. It's like feel so dumb when you get there. But I've been there plenty of times. Very nice awareness by Caleb that the vulnerability was there. Luke now to north-south on Joe. Looking like setting in a north-south strangle. Gets it. Yeah. He looked pretty well settled in on that. What was that? Oh, Chris tapped pretty early on that one. That was just a straight arm. Udi Gatami. Caleb with the pass right at the end to finish out the round strong and finish out the open mat. Killer stuff, man. Cole was right. That was definitely a deep, active, fun open mat. Always great to see that. Thank you guys so much for hanging out, for an active chat. A lot of fun. Always love that. Again, New Breed, January 18th, Concord. Naga, January 18th, Greensboro. January 25th, Blue Coast Grappling, if you guys want one-on-one matches. Or there is an absolute bracket you could enter into. I'm not sure where that stands as far as how many entries are in that yet. So if any of you are interested in that, please let me know. I'll get you guys hooked up. Thank you, Ben. Thank you, Joe. But yeah, so those are the upcoming competitions. Other than that, follow here. Subscribe as well if you like what you're seeing. Use your Twitch Prime or just use the regular old subscriptions. That's the best way to help out the stream and keep us going. Subscribe over at YouTube where I'll post this for you guys to review. And any questions, any moves, any comments, anything, bring it up to me at class. We'll go over it. I'm always happy to do that. Thank you, Cooper. Looking forward to meeting your buddy. I hope he comes to class. What else? I think that about does it. So we'll leave it there. Go trim your nails and do your laundry, and don't be stinky. And I'll see you back on the mats. Take it easy, guys.